Hello and welcome back to the stream. It is time for Python. It is time for some Python programming. It is time to write some code. It is time to understand some code. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so this is it. Also, alright, let's go. Documentation, Python docs, and I'm currently on 3.13. Yeah, this is the one. What's new? And okay, so let's go down, let's go down, let's go down. Here it is. Let's copy this. xml.sax.expatreader.expatparser.flush. Paste it here, along with the link. Please explain this word by word. Easily, thank you. Alright, let's go. The method xml.sax.expatreader.expatparser.flush in Python's XML parsing library is part of the Sax Simple API for XML interface. Here's a breakdown of the term flush in this context. Explanation of flush. The flush method is used to clear any internal buffers of the parser. When parsing XML data may be temporarily stored in a buffer before being processed. Calling flush ensures that any remaining data in this buffer is processed, which can be important for ensuring that all data is handled correctly, especially when dealing with large XML files or streams. Use case. This method is particularly useful when you want to ensure that all data has been sent to the handler after parsing is complete. For instance, if you're parsing a stream of XML data, you might want to call flush at the end to make sure that any buffered data is processed before you finish your operation. Implementation context. The method is part of the expat parser class, which is a specific implementation of the Sax parser that uses the expat XML parser under the hood. This means that it leverages the efficiency and performance of the expat library for XML parsing. I need to read this again in order to understand it better. The method is part of the expat parser class, which is a specific implementation of the Sax parser that uses the expat XML parser under the hood. This means that it leverages the efficiency and performance of the expat library for XML parsing. So in summary, the xml.sax.expatreader.expatparser.flush is a method designed to clear and process any remaining data in the parser's buffer. For ensuring that all XML data is handled correctly, this is particularly important for applications that rely on real-time or streamed XML data processing. Could you provide simple code that I could run? Understand. Alright, here it is. Alright, so let's do this. First, what do we have to type? Import xml.sax. Alright, from xml.sax, import handler. Let's understand the code. Import required modules. The code imports the necessary modules from the xml.sax package. Okay, so these are modules. Okay, so from xml.sax we're importing handler. Handler is not accessed by lamps. So this is a module. This module contains the core classes of version 2.0 of SAX for Python. This file provides only default classes with absolutely minimum functionality, from which drivers and applications can be subclassed. Many of these classes are empty and are included only as documentation of the interface. $ID $. Okay, that is pretty interesting. What's next? Define a simple content handler to process the XML data. Okay. Class my content handler dot content handler. Oops, I misspelled. And then there's a colon. Okay. And now we're going to define another function. I'm going to ask it to, could you explain the code word by word? I'm just asking it to explain the code word by word so that, like, I can get a better understanding of the code. Alright, so this is done. Alright. So handler dot content handler. Handler dot content handler. This is the base class that my content handler inherits from. My content handler. This is the base class that my content handler inherits from. Providing the basic functionality for a content handler. Okay. DEF. This keyword is used to define a function or method. Start element. Start element. Self. Name. TRS. And then there's a colon. Print. F. Single inverted commas. Start element. And then the colon, and then the curly brackets, and then the name. Whoa, it was a double quotation mark. Alright. Now the defining another function and element, and then self, comma, name. Okay, now the print statement, F, double inverted commas, and element. Okay, curly brackets and then the name. Alright. And now define characters. Okay, define characters. Self dot content. It's self comma content. It's a comma, and then this is a colon. Okay, define characters. That's a method, and then self comma content. Now the print statement. F with the double quotation marks. Characters. Curly brackets content dot strip, and then the curly brackets. Wait a minute. No, these are the small brackets. I mean the round brackets. So first there are the curly brackets, then we have content dot strip, and then there are the round brackets. Okay, now what's next? XML underscore data is equal to So this is the data. So there are 3 inverted commas in this. I mean, quotation marks. Why are there 3 of them? Okay, so there's a note. Alright, here is a note to, no, so it's small t, to Janie / from. Okay, and then from again. Okay, it's from to Tove. It's actually Tove from Janie. I think this is gonna be 2 from Janie. Oh, okay. I get it. I actually changed the order. It was from Tove to Janie. I get it. So this note is from Tove to Janie, right? And then we have a heading. A reminder. Okay. And then we have a body. Don't forget. Me this weekend. / body. Don't forget me this weekend. And then the note ends here. / note. Why is it all red? What's wrong with this? Isn't this okay? Now create an instance. Create an instance of the expat parser. Oh, I forgot the. Okay. I get it. I forgot the inverted commas. I think the error should be gone now. So parser is equal to xml.sax.expatreader.expat parser. Set the content handler. Now we just have to set the current content handler. So handler is equal to my content handler. Alright. Next parser dot set content handler. And then we have handler. Parse the XML data. Import IO XML underscore stream is equal to io.string io XML data XML underscore data parser dot parse XML stream XML stream. Okay. And then parser.flush. Is this gonna work? Okay, so I think that one of the reasons I don't see any output is because the arrangement of the code. So if I just copy this, although there are no errors, but I think there's something wrong with the arrangement of the code. If I run this, I think this should run. What is this? Expat reader? Attribute error module. Let me just delete all these. Module xml.sax has no attribute expat reader. just paste the error here. In line number 26, which is this. XML.sax has no attribute expat reader. Right, let's see what Perplexity says. So this is an issue with the import statement in your code. The error indicates that the XML.sax module does not have an attribute called expat reader. You need to import the expat parser class from a different module. Here is the corrected code. Okay, let's see if this works. It works. It works, okay. So I'm just going to delete all this and just click on the play button. Alright, so we're going to ask Perplexity to explain the code as well. Also explain the new code line by line. Alright, so now it is time to understand. Since the coding process is done, let's understand. So import XML. Where is it? Yeah, import XML.sax.expatReader. This is the import. Import is a keyword, okay. It's going to import other modules. XML.sax.expatReader. This imports the expatReader module from the XML.sax package, which contains the expat parser class used for parsing XML. Okay. Class myContentHandler, XML.sax.handler.contentHandler. Class. This keyword is used to define a new class, myContentHandler. This is the name of the custom content handler class being defined. XML.sax.handler.contentHandler. This specifies that myContentHandler inherits from the content handler class. Okay, so myContentHandler, which is this, inherits from the content handler class. Okay, so it's inheriting from the content handler class, okay. Which provides methods for handling XML parsing events. Alright, I'm understanding it to some extent. Not everything, but to some extent I'm getting it. Okay. Next we have the functions that are defined. Start element, self-naming ATTRS. DEF is a keyword, you should define a method, okay. Start element is called by the parser. This is a method called by the parser when it encounters a start tag, okay. Self refers to the instance of the class. Name is a parameter representing the name of the XML element that has just started. ATTRS, this parameter represents the attributes of the XML element. Okay, the attributes of the XML element. Start element name, this line prints the name of the start element to the console. Alright. Define an element, this is the method called by the parser when it encounters an end tag in the XML. Name parameter represents the name of the XML element that has just ended, and this print statement prints the name of the end element to the console. DEF characters, this method is called by the parser when it encounters character data within an XML element. This content, okay, content. This parameter represents the text content found between the XML tags, alright. Content.strip, this line prints the character data using strip to remove any leading or trailing white space. Alright, XML data, this variable holds a multi-line string that contains the sample XML data. Triple quotes are used to define a multi-line string. The XML structure consists of a root element note containing several child elements to, from, heading, and body, each with their respective text content. Parser is equal to xml.sax.expatReader.expatParser. Parser, this variable holds an instance of the expat parser. xml.sax.expatReader.expatParser. This creates a new instance of the expat parser, which will be used to parse the XML data. Handler is equal to myContentHandler. Okay, so handler is a variable that holds an instance of the custom myContentHandler class. It's going to hold an instance of the custom myContentHandler class. myContentHandler. This creates a new instance of the content handler that will process the XML elements. Okay, set content handler. This method sets the content handler for the parser, allowing it to use the custom handler defined earlier. Okay, Handler, this is the instance of my content handler that will handle the parsing events. Okay. Import IO. It imports the IO module, which provides classes for working with streams of data. XML stream is a variable that holds an instance of string IO, which simulates a file-like object that can be used to read the XML data from memory. IO.string, IO XML data. This creates a string IO object initialized with the XML data, allowing the parser to read from it as if it were a file. Parser.parse XML string. This method is called on the parser to start parsing XML data. XML stream. This is the string IO object containing the XML data that the parser will read and process. Parser.flush. It's called on the parser to clear any remaining data in the parser's buffer. Yeah, flush is easy to understand. Like, it's going to clear any remaining data in the parser's buffer. It's going to ensure that all the data has been processed. So yeah, that is it. So that was so cool. As you can see over here, the start element is nope, and then there are no more characters, and then the start element is 2. The characters are tov, and that is it. And then the end element is 2. After that, I think that the start element is going to be from, yes. And the characters in between are Janie, and the end element is from, that is correct. Next start character is going to be heading. Heading, and then the characters are going to be reminder. Then it's going to be heading again. Then the start element is going to be body again. And the characters are going to be don't forget me this weekend. Whoa. Didn't this process this text? Don't forget me this weekend? Because the characters are not here. I don't see the characters here. They were supposed to be here. What if I run this again? Let me just delete this. Run this again. Heading. Okay. Yeah, it is here. It's here. It's here. This is the body, which is the start element, and then there should be the characters, which are don't forget me this weekend, okay? And then the end element is going to be body, which is this, that is correct. And then the final end element is the note. So that is so cool. This is a cool piece of code. It was so fun to understand. It was so fun to study. Thank you so much for being part of the stream. That is it for now. Before I end the stream, I just want to say that today, we studied it till here, alright? So, we studied it till here today. xml.sax.expatreader.expatparser.flush. Contributed by Sebastian Pipping and GH115623. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed. And we studied it till here. I've highlighted it till here. And good luck. And wishing you all good health, wishing you all good day, wishing you all a good day, wishing you all good health, wishing you all a happy life, wishing you all a happy life and happiness, wishing you all good health and positivity, wishing you all a good day. Bye-bye.